Let's take you through the starting grid of the first race of finals day here at Karting Genk. It's the superheat for Micromax. On pole position will be Hungary's Dominic Rosa. Alongside will be Jensen Chalk from the United Kingdom. It's the UK and the Netherlands on row 2 with Jack Freeman and Sees Moyes. Finland and Germany on row 3 with Ilari Harmonen and Henry Möhring. Andreas Jederup from Denmark and Harry Taylor from the UK round out the top 8. Ryan Rivers and Theo Steindal from the Netherlands and Norway round out the top 10. George Lobkis, Austin Oman, Marc-André Quesada, Maria Roberto, aka the Missile. She needs to do some sends up the inside today to get herself a bit further up the intermediate classification. She'll be in front of Jokubas Vaskelis and Marius Reinhold. Benedictas Masiokas and Gillian Duma round out row 9. Completing the top 20, it's Maximilian Kiel and Jonathan Otterson. Jeff Verbeek, Stavros Dotsos, Francia, Max Moore, Kimi May, Daniel Ferguson, Nicholas Zelensky, Dimitar Lazarov, Leon Hobos, Tave Niskanen, Tristan Abiels, Oliver Hochreuter and Mikhail Kumas round out the 16-row, 32 strong grid. And great to see so much activity in the YouTube chat. Damien Allo, great to see you getting very, very vocal in there. Great to hear from Leo Gonzalez from Switzerland. Buenos dias, guten Morgen. Evet Reitonen giving support for Ilari Harmonen in the number 66, who starts from the inside of row number 3. We're on the official formation lap, and as I said earlier on, the duration of each superheat is longer than the heats yesterday. 9 minutes plus an additional lap for our sole Micromax superheat. Now, for those wondering about the format, we had the ranking after heats yesterday, and then the points following on from the superheat will then be added to that total, and thereby will decide the grid for the finals later on. And also, the thing is, those wondering, who is the winner of the event? Is it based on points? No, it's winner take all in the finals later on. So it's Dominic Rosa and Jensen Chalk on the front row. They're looking to get things underway very, very quickly. Out of the final corner we go. So revs rise, noise increases. It's a full start straight away. The nerves are very much setting in with these drivers as they're going to go round for another tour of this 1,360-metre circuit. So full course yellow employed by the marshalling team here at Team MKG, ably assisted by race director Martin Leiner. Got a few more things coming in. Karting Gamer 144 saying go MKC Motorsport, who are running Marc-André Quesada. Thomas Butcher saying smash it Jensen Chalk. Well, Jensen's on the outside of the front row, Thomas. So let's see what happens over the next 10 minutes or so once the lights go out. And wonderful drone shots. Big thank you to Noreen for doing such a great job this weekend. It's great to see the circuit from another bird's eye view perspective. Grandstand starting to fill up off of turn number 10. The drivers starting to get into line, and once they pass the red line towards the entrance to the pit lane here at this 12-turn circuit, that's the point of no return. Drivers forming up into the dual file rolling start customary with Rotax Racing. Out of the final corner. Let's see if we can get it underway for the second time. Out of the final corner, revs rise, noise increases, lights are on, lights are out, we're underway. Good start by the inside of the front row with Jack Freeman slotting in behind Dominic Rosa as they head into turns 1 and 2 for the opening tour of this 1,360-metre circuit. We've got a spinner at the back. We've actually got, oh my goodness, that is 7, 8 karts involved off of turn number 2. Drivers trying to move their karts unassisted. So a big, big drama. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 6 karts off at turn 1. So yellow flags at Marshall post 1. Marshalling team on their way to assist. 1 driver's managed to get their kart. That was kart number 7, who's just about to make their way out of turn 2. As the leaders, well, Dominic Rosa has got an absolute catapult lead at the moment, heading into turn 10 for the first time. So multiple drivers being assisted by the marshals, but Dominic Rosa will have to start to slow it down a little bit. Changes happening for around about 5th position as the drivers complete lap number 1. Dominic Rosa leads by over 1 second ahead of Jensen Chalk. No overtaking into turns 1 and 2. They've got to back out of it. So the drivers now will have to slow down. They cannot overtake, otherwise they will be pinged by race control by overtaking under yellows. But Dominic Rosa might be losing a small amount of that lead as they come through out of turn number 6. Through down the Europlan they go. So, Maria Roberto, Marius Reinhold, Jokobus Vasquez, Jonathan Otterson, Maximilian Kiel, Savros Sotos Francia and Daniel Ferguson. Well, it's Vasquez that actually got back going again. And there you can see 6 drivers out on the spot on the opening lap. We are down from 32 to 26 drivers. But the charge of the cavalry from behind Dominic Rosa is starting to close on in. Jensen Chalk 2nd, Jack Freeman 3rd. 4th, it's Harry Taylor in the number 53. Ilari Harmanen has got Seesmoys alongside and now past going through into turn number 1. Austin Oman in the number 16 is right with them. Henry Möhring from Germany. Andreas Jaderup and Theo Steindal from Norway round out the top 10. It's going to be a very fierce battle for 5th position because Seesmoys has got the flying fin in the form of Ilari Harmanen up the inside through into turn 6 and gets through. Seesmoys with the cutback. It's side by side behind them as Austin Oman manages to pull ahead of Henry Möhring down the Europlan into turn number 7. And Ilari Harmanen drops 2 positions as a direct result of battling away with Seesmoys. Tries to look up the inside of Henry Möhring through turn 8. Goes towards the outside of the number 66 Finnish driver on the CRG, and they're side by side coming out of turn 9, heading down into turn 10. Harmanen stays ahead of the German for the moment, but with 6 minutes plus an additional lap still to go. Oliver Hochreuter now up to 23rd. Tristan Abeels up to 22nd. Benedictas Masiokas now moves up into 17th. Max Moore rounds out the top 15 as Dominic Rosa has got a fast-charging Jensen Chalk right behind him. The number 64 is closing in for the race lead. And as they make their way through out of turns 4 and 5 and head into the right-hand 180-degree hairpin, Chalk goes for the move, gets the lead, and Jack Freeman nearly gets through as well, but has to back out of it at the last moment. The main reason being is that Rosa tried to cut back onto the racing line, and that stopped any momentum that Jack Freeman had. Just behind them, Harry Taylor has got Seesmoys and Austin Oman not too far behind, so that's the battle over 4th place as the leaders make their way out of turn number 9. And quite a few trains at the back end of the field coming out of turn 9. But Jensen Chalk has got past Dominic Rosa earlier on in the lap at turn 6 and has now started to pull away convincingly. There's the move from Seesmoys up the inside of Harry Taylor. Oh, we've got more drama coming out of turn 11. One of which might be the number 15, that's Kimi May. And also the number 12 of Maziorkas. So 3 carts trying to go into the same space and 2 ended exiting out stage right coming out of turn number 11. Maziorkas manages to get back behind the wheel. Will he get that kart started and fired up and moved? Kimi May pulling frantically on the Nassau panel. Can't have any assistance from the marshal, otherwise they're out of the race. Rosa, in the meantime, gets back past Jack Freeman, who did briefly, for a moment or two, have 2nd position in his grasp. And the Hungarian gets back through at turn 7. Well over the halfway point in this superheat. Yellow flags heading down into turn number 10. Kimi May, unfortunately, is out, and the frustration is clear on the young German's body language. But now Jensen Chalk is starting to sprint away into the distance. His lead was over 3.5 tenths last time, and after lap number 5, it's 8 tenths. Jack Freeman is within lunge range of Dominic Rosa. So Kimi May becomes the 7th driver out of this race. And unfortunately, the number 15 from Germany retires on lap number 3. But Dominic Rosa is pretty much got his hands full with Jack Freeman. Seesmoys leads the battle behind and is in front now of Austin Oman, who has got Harry Taylor not too far behind. They've also got another driver in the form of Ilari Harmanen in the number 66 from Finland, rounding out the top 7 drivers. They've also, in the meantime, dropped Henry Möhring, who is about 8/10 behind. But Jack Freeman trying to use everything in the playbook to get past the Hungarian and the number 24 in front of him. Coming out of turn 11, now through into turn 12. The 93 will have the added bonus of slipstream coming down the very long start-finish straight, but does not decide to chance the move. There's still over 2.5 minutes to play, plus an additional lap for Freeman to use the strategy to the best of his ability at this moment. Says Moyes leads the battle behind, so he's now up into 4th place. Austin Oman, Harry Taylor, Ilari Harmanen, Henry Möhring, Theo Steindal, and also Andreas Jerrup round out the top 10. So from 32 at the start of the race, we're now down to 25, rounded out by Jokubas Vasquez and Benediktas Masiokas, who are not that far apart. Ilari Harmanen trying to size the move up on Harry Taylor going through into turn 9. Not enough momentum for the Finnish driver to get through. Jack Freeman still holding station at the moment. Still holding on to that 3rd position. Trying to keep Dominic Rosa from Hungary guessing as to what move he's going to do. Rosa pulls a little bit to the right-hand side on the start-finish straight to block any advance that Jack Freeman will make, as Ilari Harmanen sends it up the inside through on Harry Taylor through turn number 2 to now take 6th position. No further changes in the top 20, rounded out by the Czech Republic's Nicholas Zelensky in the number 29. Whilst Austin Oman and Says Moyes continue to battle over 4th position, making their way through out of turn number 8. And Jack Freeman, in the meantime, has got through for 2nd, but Dominic Rosa is pulling to the outside of turn number 10. Freeman keeps it pinned to the outside, the inside, and retains 2nd position. But Jensen Chalk is like a scalded cat on a hot tin roof. He's away, he's clear, and doesn't have to worry about what's happening behind him. We go on to the penultimate lap of the Micromax Superheat here for the Grand Festival, and Jensen Chalk's lead now expands to nearly 1.6 seconds. Battle for P2 still will rage on until the checkered flag, I'm sure, but Jack Freeman trying to do his level best to make that DHR cart as wide as humanly possible at the back end. Dominic Rosa tried to look to size up and move through turn 6. Nicely defended by Jack Freeman, who pulls to the right-hand side on the Europlan to get through and stay in 2nd at turn 7, which the young man from the United Kingdom manages to do. So the timer has expired. 9 minutes have elapsed. And Jack Freeman has Dominic Rosa again to the outside heading into turn 10. But look at the train behind, being led by Says Moyes from the Netherlands. They are closing in on 2nd and 3rd position as Dominic Rosa looks to get the sweep underneath. Jack Freeman through the final corner, and the Hungarian retakes 2nd position going on to the final lap of the Superheat for Micromax here at the Grand Festival. Jensen Chalk's lead is now a whopping nearly 3 seconds, and he's already making his way through turn 5. And now, I did mention about the train behind Rosa and Freeman, and Says Moyes is right on the back bumper. Ilari Harmanen sends it, clatters into the right-hand side with a slight touch on Says Moyes. That allows Austin Oman to try and keep a hold, maybe a 4th, going through into turn 7. Harmanen keeps it to the outside. He clashes into the left-hand side of Says Moyes, and there's Harry Taylor up the inside of the Finnish driver through the exit of turn number 8. But the checkered flag will wave very shortly as Jensen Chalk from the United Kingdom makes his way through the 12th and final corner. And your winner of the Grand Festival Micromax Superheat, it's Jensen Chalk from the UK. Dominic Rosa from Hungary takes 2nd. 3rd, it's Jack Freeman. 4th, Austin Oman from the UK. 5th, Says Moyes from the Netherlands. Harry Taylor from the UK takes 6th, ahead of Ilari Harmanen from Finland. Henry Möhring from Germany. Andreas Jerrup from Denmark. And Theo Steindal from Norway round out your top 10. There is your Micromax Superheat winner, Jensen Chalk. A maximum score for the young man. And Great to see him at his very, very best. He's going to be a hard driver to beat in the final a little bit later on. As I said, some of the drivers have already qualified for the grand finals. Some have not. And it is a winner-take-all event. So here are your results for the Micromax Superheat. Jensen Chalk takes the win by 3.7 seconds. Head of Dominic Rosa from Hungary, Jack Freeman, Austin Oman, Seis Moyes, Harry Taylor, Ilari Harman and Henry Möhring, Andreas Jederup, Theo Steindal running at the top 10. Macandria Quesada from France takes 11th, head of Julian Duma, George Lobkis, Ryan Rivers, Jeff Verbeek, Mikhail Kumas, Max Moore, Dimitar Lazarov, and then we've got Tafi Niskanen and the Czech Republic's Nicholas Zelensky rounding out the top 20. Rounding out the 25 finishers, Leon Herbos, Tristan Abils, Oliver Hochreuter, Jokubas Vaskelis and Benedictas Masiokas. We lost Kimi May on a three-kart incident out of turn 11 on lap 3, and on the opening lap at turn 1, we lost Maria Roberto, Marius Reinhold, Jonathan Otterson, Maximilian Kiel, Stavros Sotos Francia, and also Daniel Ferguson. So, looking back at the Micromax Superheat, we then see, well, out of shot is where the multi-kart incident, there were 7 involved. Jokubas Vaskelis managed to get his kart back onto the circuit, but we lost 6 very, very early in the Micromax Superheats as everyone was jockeying for position going through turn 6. Ladi Harmanen was on a bit of a mission to send it up the inside of people, including Seis Moyes from the Netherlands, Austin Oman, and also Andreas Jellerup, with the Finn showing some great overtaking prowess. Here's the move on Dominic Rosa that meant that Jensen Chalk would end up in the lead, and then Rosa would defend against Jack Freeman going through the same corner. Seis Moyes would then get past Harry Taylor as the battles raged on at the front. Jensen Chalk trying to pull away. Jack Freeman would then get past Rosa through turns 1 and 2 to take second position. But with that all being said, Jack Freeman and Dominic Rosa would go into a fantastic battle over second position. Eladi Harmanen went for a bit too much of a late lunge and clattered into the side of Seis Moyes, which allowed Austin Oman to get through. And again, another clash between Harmanen and Moyes going through into turn 7, but it was Jensen Chalk that won the Micromax Superheat by a convincing margin. Shout out to Zen Lindemann, by the way. He's just messaged me on Instagram and just posted a picture of me in the commentary box.